Hi, how's everyone doing? Jamie McDonald from EverLast Lighting here with Justin Cook, one of our regional sales managers. Today in this webinar, we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about the evolution of EverLast Lighting's area lighting product lineup. So, hey, welcome Justin from home as we're all working lately.
Absolutely happy to be here. Excited to be talking with you today, Jamie.
Great, it's good to have you. I'm pretty excited to talk about the direction that EverLast Lighted has been headed in their area lighting product lineup. I know we've seen over the years a series of products, come and go, and they've evolved and they've transformed. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the direction that this evolution is going from, maybe where our product lineup has been sitting the last couple of years and what direction we're headed in with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's pretty exciting. We've gone uh, from having really three different offerings, going from the Titan, the Excel, the Victory series, and really narrowing that down to one and streamlining this fixture for not only our end users but for our reps and our distributors. So we've gone from having those three offerings and gone into our Encounter series. And the Encounter series really encompasses a lot of different aspects of those fixtures. If you were to look at like the Titan fixture, the Encounter series really meets that price point. Our Titan series fixture was our economic fixture. It was able to go into a space that really needed light to go down on it, and really didn't have the different variations that some of our other fixtures did, but it allowed us to be able to have a low price point. And with the Encounter series, we still get to have that low price point. With the Excel series, which was actually our more high-end offering, we had our efficiencies. So we had our lumens per watt, we had our distribution types. With the Encounter series, that's also encompassed in there, those lumens per watt and distribution types. You're actually looking between 135, 140 lumens per watt for that Encounter series, which is extremely similar to that Excel series. And then that Excel series had some distribution types, type 2 through type 5, and those are also carried into the Encounter series. So it really is streamlining those efforts, those variations, those configurations into one, into getting it into that Encounter series. And then on top of it, when it comes to that Excel series, you're going to be seeing an ease of installation on that Encounter series as well. Our Excel series was able to be installed really with one contractor, with one installer on site. And that was the goal. How do we make this easy to install? And we've then carried that into our Encounter series as well.
Right. I think it's a pretty smart move on our part, not to toot our own horn, but I think I'm going to there. If you look at a lot of other manufacturers, they have really, I think, an unnecessary variety in the product lineup. If you can encompass all of those features that you would have in a variety of lines into one package that stays affordable, it has the build quality, the efficiencies that everyone is after, and the distribution types that make it usable across so many different applications. It's a really smart move, and I'm glad that we're one of the companies, or probably the company right now, spearheading a movement to streamlining and making it a simpler process for those representatives that are selling the product, the people on the front lines that are installing the product, and ultimately the end user who's enjoying the benefits of that streamlining. So again, exciting to hear about that, exciting to share that news with everybody. Do you want to spend a little bit of time talking about some of the applications where we're seeing the Encounter series land? Where's it sitting on poles at across the country right now?
Yeah, great question. I mean, with this Encounter series, we've also done something that's actually removed from even those Titan and Excel series. We have an 80 to 500 watt fixture, and what that's allowed us to be able to do is go the spectrum. So we're able to go from putting it in parking lots, auto dealerships, and also going into outdoor sports facilities. So I know across the country we see tennis courts, basketball courts, those type of spaces with a 500 watt fixture that allows us to be able to get into those really high areas where you might have a pole that where the fixture is going to be mounted at 50 or 60 feet. Being able to have that wide array of wattages allows us to be able to reach where we need to go with that and get into those applications. So where we're really seeing this is in industrial spaces and parking lots, in those auto dealerships, and those outdoor sports facilities.
Yeah, that's the exciting part for me, I think, is the outdoor sports facilities, because in the past, you were kind of limited to a dedicated sports lighting fixture, and those are humongous, giant, bulky. there's some potential inherent danger with such a large fixture on big poles. And to be able to do that with a slim, efficient design like the Encounter series is pretty cool. I think we're kind of groundbreaking there when it comes to lighting up those sorts of applications with the Encounter
Uh,
series.
And with that too, Jamie, I mean, you bring up a good point with a sports fixture. You go put a sports fixture on a pole that might be 50, 60 feet and you shoot it down on a tennis court. That cost of that sports fixture is going to be extremely high.
Yeah.
With the streamlining of this price point, that 500-watt fixture is not getting anywhere near close to what those are, to what actually that sports fixture would be. So you're able to get a really durable, efficient fixture that comes in a really good lumen per watt offering, which allows those lumens to be extremely high. And then also we get to have those distribution types. So you're actually looking at, with the distribution types with the Encounter series, you're looking at type 3 through type 5, which is outstanding. You're still able to have those distribution types that you would have on the Excel, but you get to have them on a more cost-effective and a more wide array of wattages as well.
Exciting stuff, definitely. And to continue on, I guess with the sports application, I'm just interested in that because it's such a different application, I think, than most people would consider with that style of fixture. But again, going back to what you're mentioning about the price point being so much more lower than a dedicated traditional sports light, it makes it available and possible for a lot of locations that maybe didn't have budget for that before. Smaller schools, smaller towns, and things like that have outdoor recreation areas. So again, very, very cool stuff.
And I completely agree, and it's exciting, especially with everything that's going on, and having the butts and different things like that. This allows to be able to have those type of budgets, and to have a fixture that you can put in to keep people safe when they go to those spaces. And I think with anything dealing with area lights, anything like that, it all comes down to safety as well too. How do we keep people safe within these spaces while still doing an efficient and cost-effective fixture?
Awesome. It's good stuff. So earlier you mentioned that one of the benefits of going to the Encounter series, it brings with it the mounting options that the Excel had. And you mentioned a one-person installation, and I've witnessed that as I was documenting an installation, for our own purposes, for case studies and things like that. It's impressive to see them disassemble an older style light, and there are two people in a lift trying to navigate removing the old one. But the guy on the lift following them that was doing the installs, it was just one person, and he's just throwing those lights up. So let's spend a little bit of time talking about the mounting options that are available with the Encounter.
Yeah, great question. Really, it's when we look at this Encounter series, we look at it from the perspective of how do we help you on the front end to make sure that the back end is easier. What can we do to provide you with a fixture that actually is able to have cost savings on that back end? And in this instance, what we've done is our fixture has a casted back, which allows for our mounting options to be mounted directly onto that in an easy one-person installation. With those mounting options, we actually have our knuckle slip fitter. We have our universal arm, which that actually includes a straight arm and round pole. And then we also have a flood mount that we're able to put onto there. All these different mounting options are easy to install and cut down on that back end cost that those contractors, those distributors, those reps might have.
Yeah, definitely an exciting proposition. Like you said, it's good to be able to offer savings that aren't apparently visible right up front. Most people are looking at the initial cost of the fixture itself, and installation is always a big factor. And if you can eliminate a person from the installation crew, that certainly will save money on the other side of things. Yeah, this is all very exciting, Justin. So what's next on the horizon for the Encounter series and EverLast area lighting products?
Yeah, we're really excited when it comes to this Encounter series. And one of the things that we're trying to do is really continue on with having one SKU. And I think a lot of that deals specifically, there's several reasons that this goes back to. One of them is the warranty. One of them is being able to have a fixture that aesthetically can look the same consistently throughout the years. And so our goal is to really kind of keep this product consistent while bumping up the efficiencies, bumping up what we can. And so that's kind of what we're looking at next. The goal is, how do we provide a better chip configuration to really help with the distributions and the cutoffs. And when I say that, a lot of that is going to be working with lenses, working with chips to make sure at the end of the day, those actual distribution types are even tighter than they are right now. And that's the biggest thing that we're looking at. You want to, with a type 4 distribution, you want to have that sharp cutoff in the back and all that light throw going out forward. And that's something that we're going to continue to get better and better at moving forward. And then one of the things we're also going to continue to grow on is actually getting our lumens per watt even higher. And we've done this actually within our high base series. We've done that with our HL series, going from an HL15B to an HL17B. That's something that we're going to continually do as well with our Encounter series. And we're going to grow and grow and grow and get to that point where we're going to be at 150 lumens per watt. So still delivering that low cost fixture and getting even the efficiencies higher than where they're at right now.
Yeah, it's exciting to hear about the developments in the lens technology. I know a lot of companies focus on, again, continued with efficiencies, and there are always product design changes and things like that. And it seems like the lenses for the distribution types tend to stay the same. And it's good to see that we're putting all the innovation and work into tightening up those distribution types to make them more defined, and even, it becomes more efficient at the end of the day, more light delivery where you need it versus scattering it where you don't. Definitely good times. And it's also good to see that, we continue with this ethos of refining and getting a dedicated lineup that's very consistent. So we're doing it in the high bay product line, and now it's transitioning over into the area lighting as well. It's an exciting future here at EverLast Lighting. It's been great to talk with you, Justin, about area lighting. And we look forward to the next webinar, you guys. Everybody stay safe out there. Take care.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Jamie.